Girl, I know you're tired of living in your masculine energy and you want to rest in your feminine. You have to reevaluate your life first and understand what should and should not go. And I'm about to show you exactly how. Let's get into it. Step one is to decide what areas in your life that you want to change. Obviously, the first one would be to become more feminine, which is why you're on my channel. You're watching this video right now. So clap it up to you for doing the first step, making your first number one thing on your list. And for me, some of those things I wanted to change was my aggression. I want to have more meaningful relationships. So I had to, decipher through my friends and figure out who had to go and who had to stay. I wanted to, be more intentional with my relationship. So, actually going out with my friends, actually opening up to them about how I'm feeling, things like that, because I was pretty closed off. Like I would go through things silently on my own, and it's like, what do I have friends for? I also wanted to be softer. Like I'm a beautiful woman, but the way I was talking, the way that, I was quick to anger, that is not a soft woman. So I'm like, that needs to change. So whatever it is that you know that you need to change in order to live your best feminine life, write those things down. Step two is to take that list of things you just wrote down and come up with a plan on how you're going to actually work on them. Like, for example, I'm going to use myself as an example. Like I said, I wanted to not be so aggressive. Like I was quick to snap off. I was quick to anger. I was quick to just be like irritated. I'm not like that anymore. I'm a lot more calm and peaceful. What I had to do, well, this is not what I had to do, but this is the plan I chose to do, and it actually, it worked for me. So when it comes to my aggression, I had to stop listening to rap. Like rap is so aggressive, and I've mentioned this before, and a lot of people say this, you have to guard your eyes and your ears, the things that you intake, because those things will consume you. You will start to be those things. I stopped cursing because that just makes you automatically more aggressive. Like saying, please stop talking to me is better than saying, shut the fuck up, okay? Like it's uncalled for, it's unnecessary, it's not cute, and as women of God, Christian women, we are not to be cursing and doing all that in the first place. Our mouths are to be a fountain of life, okay? So I know I had to work on that. Next is tell people, okay? Tell like your closest friends and family that, these are things you're trying to change. That's what I did. And when I say it helped me so much, because that's also how I was able to keep track of my progress, that I was actually doing the things that I said I was going to do, because people will notice your changes in you before you will. It's like when you're losing weight. People see your weight loss before you do, okay? So if you tell people closer to you, they'll be able to, one, help you keep track, and two, like they'll be able to, help you through this when you are, like I said, I wanted to stop cursing. So when I would slip up and curse, my friends would be like, I thought you said you weren't cursing. Or on the flip side, they knew I was trying to stop cursing, so they limited the amount of cursing that they did themselves. Now, like I said, if you do not have that strong core family and friends, one, like I said, you always have Jesus. And two, you now have me. So you might as well hit that subscribe button because I got you. We're in this together, okay? I'm going to help you and hold your hand and walk you through this process of your journey of becoming a feminine woman that you were destined to be. So now you don't have no excuse, because now you got a supporter. Step 4 is to actually do it. There's no trick and there's no tip to actually, teach you how to do this. You just have to do it. That's why in my Reinvent Yourself video, I said, if you're not doing this for right reason, if you're doing this for selfish, materialistic reasons, and not because there's something in your heart that actually wants to be a feminine woman, you're not going to do it. Okay, because you're not actually ready for that change. You like the idea in your mind, but your heart isn't postured for that. So that's literally it. Just do it. You just have to do the plan that you set for yourself. Okay, like that. Like Nike. And step 5, like I mentioned, your friends will help you keep track. You should be keeping track of this yourself as well. Like me personally, what I did was, for example, with the cursing, I know I want to stop cursing. So first I was like, let me just eliminate the big words. And for me, those were like the F word, the B word, MF, those big 3. I was like, I'm gonna just stop those. And once I stopped those were pretty easy. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to stop cursing altogether. Now I don't curse at all. Like you won't hear a curse word come out of my mouth. But what helped me with that is you can do like weekly or daily check-ins with yourself. Like this book, The 12-Week Year, which I'm also going to talk about that in another video. But it says that keeping track will actually help us mentally because, you know, as people like growing up in school and everything, grades and all of that was very important for like your education. People put put more weight on a score. Okay, so if you're scoring yourself based on how many times you cursed, I'm just using myself as an example. For scoring myself on how many times did I curse this week. If I told myself I don't want to say the big 3 words, and for that whole week I said it maybe twice, that's a big step for me because I used to say every day, 7 days in a week. If I only said those big 3 words 2 times out of the whole week, that was a big thing for me. But on the flip side, if I did, you know, notice I was saying them over and over and over again, then that's when I'm like, okay, maybe I need to reassess and try again next week. Like I said in previous videos, this is not to make you feel bad. This is to hold you accountable. And when you're realizing these things that you may have fallen short on, don't sit in them. Okay, give yourself grace because like this is a journey. So you really have to give yourself grace so that you can, you know, get through these things and not, you know, not feel like you're a failure because that will make you give up. But it's to show you that, okay, some things you will excel at, some things you will change instantly, some things will be a little tougher for you to change. Take those things and just try again the next week or the next day, okay? It's about becoming better every single day. You're not going to wake up and say, oh, this is what I'm going to do, and the next day it be done. No. You're going to fail. You're going to backslide. Don't sit in it, okay? The point of this is for you to acknowledge what you need to work on, and things that you worked on, you can just, you know, those are done with because it's already a part of who you are now. Now you can focus on those things that may have been a little struggle. So yeah, I've been talking so much, okay? My throat is a little dry, but anyway, moving on. I have done myself, my work, and the work God has done on me. I've done a full 180. I'm not the same person. I'd say if you knew me before 2020, you don't know me anymore. Like if we weren't close before 2020, you don't know me anymore. Yeah, and if you want to know how I did it, make sure you check out this video. Thank you all so much if you made it all the way to the end. Give me a thumbs up if you like it. And subscribe because, like I said, you now have a supporter in me. And if you have any questions, add me on Instagram at Sky.Onjahnae and we can chat, okay? I don't have too much pride. I don't have none of that. Okay, I'm very, very down to earth. I will help you. Any questions you have personally, don't hesitate to shoot me a DM, and I will see you in my next video.